and you can execute the planning function. See, I will show you how to execute that, how to create that planning function. Come here, /n rs plan. Let's say I want to create a planning function, get copy underscore AMDP. Let's say. Now, in order to create this planning function, I need a planning function type. Planning function type is already created. We have created get copy ft underscore 00. Right? This ft00 is going to call a class. The class is going to call a procedure. So get copy. Now enter. So now see, same the planning function. It is based on planning function type. It is going to perform this copy data. Go to parameter. We created two parameters. One is from year is 2014, to year is 2015. 2014. 2 year is 2015. That's it. We have created a planning function. So when you execute this planning function, when you are planning sequence or analysis for office, it copies 2014 data and copy paste to 2015. One minute. So we need to understand the procedure, how to write the ABAP managed database procedures. You need to know what are the objects involved in order to create the AMDP. Tomorrow when you write a technical specification, functional specification, keep all these things to your mind. If any gap, take the requirement and tell, take actual data from this table, create these table types using these particular aggregation levels, and create a class and write in the class you call this procedure, whatever logic you want, you just write in technical person understandable format, and you just tell them how to call, how to create the planning function type, how to link planning function type and class. Then from this creating planning function, executing that planning function, that you can do it. The last step you can do it. Remaining all should be done by one particular technical guy. But you should give the logic. You should know, because all technical people, I mean, ABAP consultant might not know this process. This process might be new for them. So this is all about ABAP managed database procedures. Any questions on this?
So after this, I mean, since our code was not some problem with it, so we have to execute next to it. See the actual figure in the
in the table. So when you execute this particular planning function, it takes data from TSQL data 00, that actual table, and it will post it to your ADS work. It will write it in the ADS work via aggregation level.
And again, the same way we have to go to list and then list view, we have to see the data.
See the data, exactly. That's it.
Can you open that procedure one with the copy one? I just wanted to take a look. Is it actually inserting? You're calling a procedure, it looks like, but what is the actual method?
This one?
Select.
You are writing a procedure in here itself.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering, it's a select statement, right? So, how it is inserting that into the other table, that's what I'm looking at. It's a select statement. Select, and Yeah, it's just a select statement. So
So
it's
something should
about
be changed here. Okay.
yeah, we have to insert basically into the other table. I mean, that's what I was little confused over here because it's just a select statement. It just picks the data. That's all.
What we have to add it here?
Ins- and this is the table. I view is the table is the view, right? The table.
Uh,
Okay. So that's the E view, and you have to insert that data which is there in the E view to the new table. That is the ADSO or whatever, the base table of ADSO.
huh.
So I think that is not there.
Okay. So
So, you have a sample procedure somewhere, right? You know, in the other system. Can you open that? I just wanted to.
sample procedure. Actually, the procedure in the guide they have given this one only. See, this is the procedure they have given.
It's a select statement.
It's a select statement. Yeah, you are right. There should be something where it will insert, right? House it.
Yes. Yeah. So that should not work directly. You know? They should have an insert statement somewhere.
Correct. Select is here. You are right. And insert whether it is there or outside. So only the person who knows he can see. Okay, this is the, yeah. So something is missing in this code. I know this. That's why it is not working properly. It is not generating the record.
So this piece of code is given in that 450 book. You're saying?
This piece of code I just generated using that particular program. I went here, right?
Yeah. But the procedure, I'm saying, the procedure that
procedure is yeah. This only in the BPC 450.
because I know how to write the AMDPs.
Okay.
But this looks a little different. That's why I was wondering, what is the missing piece?
So here in this area, they are telling how to create this procedures and all these things. So service type IMP this service interface we have added in the class that copy CL00. Then parameters from year to parameters we created for the planning function type. These two. Then in order to generate the code, we need to go to SC38 RSPLS SQL script tool, execute. Then it gives some code, and they have explained here how to copy that code to your program. So get copy CL20 like this, copied this one, then SC24. In the class we inserted this particular code. Same way I did everything. And what they did, they said like there is a procedure in a particular my HANA procedure.txt file. Copy the executable code from SQL script for my HANA procedure.txt file in the this. So this procedure is not there. Actually, this file is not there with me. So
Okay.
this file might be having insert records also.
That could be it.
Yeah. So whatever I understood, I just copied somewhere like this. Yeah, I inserted that. That's it.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, no problem. I mean, there should be definitely an insert.
Yeah, something is different in this my HANA procedure. They might have insert this thing also.
Okay.
Yeah. Tomorrow, we'll discuss local providers. Yeah, we can come at tomorrow. I'm okay if you're okay, we can connect at 6:30 only. 6:30 a.m. India time, 8 a.m. 8 p.m. EST. Today only I have work. So 8 p.m. EST. So India 14th, USA 13th. Yeah, we'll discuss local providers tomorrow. Thank you. Any other questions? Yep. I'm ending the meeting. Thank you. Have a nice day. Good night.
Goodbye.